Welcome, everyone, to the HorrorCast, episode 84. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I'm with Scott. What's up, Scott?
Hello, one and all.
What's up, Patrick? You are live.
Hello. Oh man.
Hello.
Oh,
What's up, Patrick?
I'm good. How are you?
Uh-oh.
All right.
man.
I'm in the movie Unfriended.
What happened?
I said, why do I feel like I'm in the movie Unfriended? Because he's got that
I don't
little
know.
blue,
Blue-eyed guy?
yeah, the blue guy there.
All right. So, anyway, we haven't done a HorrorCast in a while. So, we're going to do that right now. And first off, I want to talk about, I want to try to do these more often. Because I feel that of all the podcasts we do, the HorrorCast is neglected. All right. So I do want to talk about a lot of different things tonight. I do want to talk about, well, first off, I'll let Scott. Scott, what do you want to talk about first?
Let's see. Let me find that. Since I'm a big fan, let's do the prequel to Leatherface.
Okay, yeah.
Basically the first thing you sent me.
Right.
Okay, I'm going to
We
be
were talking
paraphrasing
about
here.
this for a while on this podcast. So, what do you want to get? Want to read the article?
I'm gonna paraphrase because I know I'll start murmuring and all that. Basically, saying coming in October, producer Krista Campbell revealed on Twitter about the whole about Leatherface. And let's see what it says here. We've been waiting for quite some time to hear an update on Julian Murray and Alexander Bastalo's Leatherface, a prequel to the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Of course, we all know that lovely little tale.
Yes.
Teenagers go to a place and the family decides to wear them as their as a skin suit.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but weren't they supposed to change it up? Where we were hearing rumors that they were going to make it like hip for the 21st century. They're going to make it he was popular in school. He was like all this stuff, and then something happens and he becomes, which wouldn't make any sense.
All these other characters as well, if I remember right.
It wouldn't make any sense to do that.
No,
to change the character completely. But I guess this is going to be set not in the past, but is it going to be set in 2017?
Let's see here if they say. It sounded more like it's almost like what they did with Bates Motel.
So this is going to be set in 2017?
Yeah, close to 2017.
And he's in high school?
Yeah, because they've got a picture here on the site called Bloody Digesting.
Bloody disgusting.
Of a kid looking out into a cornfield with the, I guess half the word is not even there, but on his back it says "Follow me" without the W.
I don't know what that is.
It's kind of gruesome here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Jessica Madsen plays one of our. Let's see. In Leatherface, Jessica Madsen plays one of the 4 inmates. Sam Colson, Sam Strike, James Bloor, who escaped from a mental hospital. One of them becomes the title character, an ionic slasher. Wait, this is a lot different than what they said in school.
Yeah, it sounds like
they changed the whole entire thing. The quartet kidnap a nurse played by Vanessa Grays and take her on a road trip from hell. Along the way, they are pursued by an equally deranged lawman, Stephen Dorff, out for revenge. Now, isn't Stephen Dorff Chucky?
Yeah. Stephen Dorff is Chucky.
So the actor that plays Chucky is going to be in Leatherface. That is
so what are they going to do? Stop off at a...
Well, no, Stephen Dorff was also in Halloween. Also,
that girl come chasing after her too.
Well, no, Stephen Dorff was also in the Halloween movie too, the Rob Zombie ones, which is interesting. So he's going to be like, well, and in those he played a cop, I guess, and in this one he's playing a cop. So that's interesting.
Sounds like he's
Um,
been typecasted.
well, I mean, I think that's what he. First of all, I think he wants to be in these movies. Not that he typecasted, because again, he's a horror icon
Yeah.
and he's in horror movies. So, I mean, I would be happy to get the triple crown or more and be in every single horror movie there is if I was a, you know, that would be cool actually in that sense. And I don't. I mean, but anyway, I think that you know what, I'm gonna give it a shot because
Yeah.
again, I think they changed the script from what it was supposed to be, which we were getting scared when we heard that the Leatherface new reboot, because there used to be a Leatherface movie back in the day. That we heard that he was gonna be in school and he was gonna be popular. There's gonna be something out of Riverdale or some crazy rebooted thing that looks unrecognizable to the Archie comics, But this Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw Massacre, they were gonna make it. They were gonna change it too. So I guess this is gonna be before Texas Chainsaw Massacre, like before we see his crazy family that he's crazy.
Yeah.
I guess.
Because I'm looking on IMDb right now.
So in other words, they're gonna make it that he's young. He's in a mental institution. He gets out, and then he's with this crazy family to begin with. They're already crazy. That I don't know.
Yeah.
And
Like I
just
said, I'm
terrorize
looking at
these
the IMDb
teenagers.
page right now, and it's like the third one up because before this,
This is coming out in
in fact,
2018, correct?
They don't have the Leatherface is not even dated. It just says
So it says the origin story of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
post-production is sex guaranteed, and then family remains announced is also not dated. But
All right, so you know what?
It's the only one that's dated.
We'll have more information as it becomes available for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre origin story, I guess.
It's
the
a
Leatherface
Freddy movie, folks.
Yeah, this is going to be crazy stuff.
It's the Thelma
anybody
and
else?
Louise of road shows.
Well, I got to tell you, the new Texas Chainsaw Massacres did well. So I mean,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I know, but I'm keeping my verdict open until I actually see it, or if I see, at least let me see a trailer, and hopefully they don't do to that like they did to the Tom Cruise movie.
All right, so what do you think, Patrick, about Texas Chainsaw Massacres?
I can't watch the films.
What?
I can't watch the films. It's too gory for me.
Do you watch any horror movies?
I've watched some. My favorite is Silent Hill, because they toned down the gore and it was more horror based.
Right. Okay. So now I'm gonna talk about Michael Myers. Okay. It turns out that Michael Myers is going to be mortal in the next Halloween movie. Here we go. Danny McBride and filmmaker David Gordon Green are mostly known for their straight-up comedy, so they're hiring to pen another entry. The Halloween franchise seems odd. And let's see. Then again, as one Get Out proved, comedians often really know their stuff when it comes to the genre fair, and I'm not afraid to innovate. I guess they're going to forget about the Rob Zombie stuff.
Yeah, which they should.
And they're going to make a direct sequel to the first two movies. In an interview with Empire, McBride says that they also plan to return the original stripped-down approach of a merciless killer without otherworldly abilities and certain invisibility, invincibility, which they seem to gain in the series. So in other words, he's not going to keep coming back from the dead. He's not going to be immortal. You're not going to like shoot him a million times and then he's going to get up and like, what's up? Which, I don't know now, because in the first and second one, he was shot and blown up and everything. And how could you now say that he's mortal?
Yeah, come on.
I mean, again, I don't understand. I mean, this is John Carpenter, so we'll see.
In half the cases.
I mean, that means you get shot once he's dead. Do we have feedback, guys? Is that you?
Yeah, it sounds great. Actually, I really like it.
What?
I said I actually like the feedback.
No, I mean, there's an echo.
There is. Well, it's not right now. Not from what you just said.
Okay. All right. The new Halloween is targeted for October 19th, 2018. Blumhouse, Miramax, and Francis are behind the new take. And it's, I guess, it's no longer Dimension film. So, what do you guys feel about that?
So long as it's good as the first two, I have no problems with it. But if they start going a little bit too wild, they're going to pretty much hang themselves.
I don't know why they couldn't just splice 1, 2, also 4 and 5 are canon. Don't make it that 6 is canon. Make it maybe that H2O. I mean, maybe you could throw that in there a little bit. H2O, and then the 7th one maybe, or something. I mean, well, maybe not H2O. I mean, but the thing is, like, at least because I genuinely like 4 and 5 because supposedly they made it that she died in a car accident, Jamie Lee Curtis, and her husband, that guy, and but she had a kid that she left behind, which, you know, that kid is what that, you know, was Michael Myers' niece, and she was terrorized by Michael Myers, and I really genuinely liked those the 4 and the 5. You know, I thought they were original. I thought they were great. I didn't like 6 at all, and then H2O I didn't like it. You know, and then, you know, Halloween Resurrection.
H2O was supposed to be the 20th anniversary of.
Yeah, and they also made it that 4 and 5 didn't exist. So I was kind of like, oh, I hate when they kind of retcon things.
Yeah.
Change things. So my thing is that, I mean, I understand that from their perspective, they want to make it range just from his 2, you know, 1 and 2. But I mean, do you really want to throw all the Halloween movies in the garbage? I mean, you made money. Here's the thing. My thing is that you created this thing. You made money from it for decades. But now you want to be like, that never happened. It's like it was canon the whole time for decades. Yeah. Now it's not canon. So now, I mean, I don't know. I like it that it's 1 and 2, but I would have preferred for them to include other movies. I wouldn't have wanted them to include the Rob Zombie ones because I don't like that. And of course, that's a different timeline or different thing anyway, and it just made no sense. The second Rob Zombie one with the unicorn and I don't know what the hell that was and what the hell was going on. It was like a bad trip or something. I don't know what. Yeah, I don't know what that was.
Have you ever watched his music videos?
What?
I said, have you ever watched any of his music videos?
Yeah, I know, but still, it's not. He's not doing
music videos and movies.
Right. I mean, you know, it's one thing, right? He's doing music videos. That's different. Now he's doing a motion picture. It's like he didn't do the first Halloween like that, but the second one he did. I don't even know what the hell that was. So, again, I'm looking forward to the Halloween movie regardless. I think it's going to be good. I hope it's going to be better than I expect.
Which I liked.
What's that?
As I saw the first 2, which I liked. And I've seen bits and pieces of the others. Now, Season of the Witch was quite good, but that's sort of like a one-shot offshoot before they decided to have that all go back to him.
Yeah.
Oh, Joe?
Yes.
What did you say about Michael Myers being immortal?
He's not immortal. I said he's mortal.
Yeah, okay, yeah. That's okay.
Yeah.
That's just I thought you said the opposite. Never mind.
No, he's not. No.
The Rob Zombie ones, he was trying to be made look immortal because of.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, but even 4 and 5, and they you know, I mean, they blew up in 2 technically, right? So I mean,
yeah, you're
gonna say that he's normal and survived that? I don't agree with that. I just look. You know, for so many years he's immortal. Now you want to make it that 2 bullets he's dead. It's like that doesn't make any sense. That means nobody's going to be able to stab him. Nobody's going to be able to do anything to him.
Yeah.
It's just going to end. I don't know.
Isn't Freddy Krueger immortal, or am I wrong on that?
But Freddy Krueger is completely different than.
I know. I'm just wondering.
Killer. I mean, he supposedly is immortal, I guess. In the dreams, he has unlimited power, and You know, well, let's talk about Freddy Krueger now. I mean, Freddy Krueger, you know, they're talking about another reboot.
Yeah,
right?
and England's thinking about. I don't know if they cast him or he was thinking about coming back, but I know there was talk about England returning.
I mean, I would bring it back
Yeah,
and not even be a reboot, just be a sequel and just go with it and make them just new set of people on Elm Street and whatever. I mean, you don't have to think about it too hard. I mean, this is not like you're writing Shakespeare. I mean, this is what I never understood with Friday the 13th. This guy's like, well, what's Jason's motivation and why is he coming back? I mean, stop thinking about it for 4 years. I mean, just pop out the damn movie. I mean, yes, we want to have a good movie, but what they did with Friday the 13th, they thought about it to death, and then they weren't allowed to make it after a while because they waited.
They don't overanalyze
Just give me a break.
Somebody's actions in a horror flick. You pretty much say, there's the teenagers. They have to die in some unique way. Boom. There's your plot.
Right.
You can't say, well, it's because he was this as a child or that when later on, blah blah blah. No,
we know that the Nightmare on Elm Street
people don't go to horror movies for the in-depth analyzation of a plot line. We go to be horrified and see. I hate saying it. See people get killed.
I mean, that's what happens. I mean, look, you go to the movies to escape reality, right?
Yeah.
So you know, whatever you want, you know, you're just watching. You could watch, you know, a movie that's an Oscar-worthy movie, or you could go watch a superhero movie, or you could go watch a, you know, just murdering, killing guy going around and like whatever word, you know. So the thing is with Freddy Krueger, I mean, they could just do Robert Englund. They don't have to go crazy with the thing. Someone brought up some articles that his name was mentioned. He's alive and in the dream world. He stalks this whole generation of people that there's nobody been dead in that town for like a decade, which would make sense. And then this thing starts up again. And then the police are trying to figure out, well, how are we going to silence this? You know, how are we going to stop this? And you could spawn sequels from it. And it really, it would make sense because, yes, Nightmare on Elm Street's been gone for like, if you think Freddy, you know, Robert Englund's, for decades, right? So you could technically, or decade, whatever, you can technically just start it fresh in that sense, a soft reboot, where it's still Robert Englund. And you just, you know, if you want to get a different actor in the sequel, you can, and you know, you don't have to have somebody shoot without the makeup on, just the makeup, you know. But
if they do something like that, they should wait until maybe like the second or third movie to actually go into depth why he hasn't been seen for X number of years. Don't do it like right off the bat. It should be.
Well, we know why he's not seen though. He's not seen because nobody remembers him. So if nobody remembers him, they can't be terrified of him. If they can't be terrified of him, he can't have any power to, you know, have sway over anybody. But if something happens to trigger that memory or inquire, then people will start to have it in their subconscious. Then they'll dream about it, and then he comes back into power, and he could have strength and kill people. I mean, he's still alive wherever he is in hell, or whatever the hell it is. But once people start talking about him again, boom, he's in the dreams, and he wants people. He doesn't want to kill off the whole town, because if he kills off the whole town, then the outside towns won't remember him, and he'll just lose power. So he always wants to have somebody back in the background.
Was killing off those people killing off the kids of belonging to those who pretty much fried him down in that boiler room.
And then expanded beyond that. Expanded that he's taking revenge on the whole entire town, whatever. You know? So I just think that, and you know what? You don't make it too stupid either.
Yeah.
I mean, after a while, it got really stupid and corny. You know, so if you do Dream Warriors, you know, and like 3 and 4 kind of like that. You do that, but like do it, but like, you know, in other words, that you could do it where more teenagers have powers and different things. They realize that they too in the dream world could have powers or something like that. You know,
because I think that came out a while after the movie Dreamscape. Because I remember seeing Dreamscape, and when I watched Dream Wars, I thought, man, this is reminding me so much of the movie Dreamscape. Natalie Wood's final movie.
Yeah. What about you, Patrick? You ever watch Nightmare on Elm Street?
What?
1,
You ever watch Nightmare on Elm Street movies?
2, 3,
No, I don't think so. Is that no? I haven't.
5.
I watched some Chucky movies, just parts of it. I haven't watched any full movie yet.
Right. So, I mean, I'm up for Robert Englund one more time, or 2 more times, or whatever. Hopefully, it would be nice.
Yeah.
Chucky, you got the article on Chucky, right, Scott?
Yeah, let me find it again here. I lowered it for 1. Okay. Oh, yes. We've got the Cult of Chucky. Don Massini says, Cult of Chucky will be Chucky on drugs. That's the headline right here. Okay. Okay. Expected to hit. Well, this is going to be another straight to home video thing, and sadly, folks and fans.
No, but the last one did fantastic, though.
Yeah,
it did fantastic.
I know, so you sort of wish you could actually go to the cinemas and gauge everybody's reaction. Pardon me, sometimes, but basically,
what?
Straight to home video.
Okay, here we go. Here's the dark print.
Hold on, Scott. What? Patrick?
I said straight to DVD, straight to video has a bad connotation attached to it. It's like they didn't bother with it just had the real negative vibe to it than something that would be at theaters.
But the last one did phenomenal, though.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I understand that when it goes direct to the video, 9 times out of 10 the movie sucks. But because it did so well, they're going to do it again on direct to video.
And they can get away with a lot more than they can in cinemas anyway if they go straight to video. Because you got to always have to worry about the MCAA saying, well, you got to cut this bit off, otherwise it'll be rated this.
They could have an unrated version right off the bat.
You really don't have to worry about an MCAA sticker on it.
Yeah, unrated, boom.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Expected to hit home video this coming October. What's in October? I can't imagine what. Child's Play creator Don Massini brand new franchise installment Cult of Chucky will pick up where the fantastic Curse of Chucky left off, while also firmly tying itself into the original trilogy. Both Jennifer Tilly, double yum bubblegum. Was I drooling when I did that? Sorry about that.
Probably. Yeah.
And Alex Vincent will star in the film, which promises to be yet another treat for fans of the enduring Chucky saga. And it goes on, and of course, in black print, it goes on to him saying, "I wrote it with snow in mind. We shot all night outside for one sequence, and we got snowed out with a blizzard." It's
so it's going to be that's interesting.
Yeah.
So it's going to the weather is going to be an element.
Somebody sort of incorporates things that happen to themselves actually into a movie sometimes.
All right. I think it's going to do well again, and maybe hopefully after this one it could go back into the theaters. Graduate back into the theaters. You know, I mean, I think that eventually, you know, you don't want to keep doing direct to DVD. You want to be back in the movie. So
I think this is what they're trying.
Maybe they're trying to get it to be so popular again that somebody will budge and just say, "All right, here, go in the movies. Here's the budget, whatever." You know, but we'll see. I mean, I know the budget's significantly low on DVD compared to, you know, a theatrical release. So,
because you got to pay for the cinema, you got to pay for.
We'll find out. Maybe this will do. Maybe this is a thing.
And all that, but.
Listen, they never really. Maybe they could start doing this where they could actually make great movies.
Yeah.
That go direct to DVD, unlike these other ones that were just like god awful. You know. So I mean, there's another thing too. I didn't send you the article on it because I didn't see anything recently, but it is related to what you're going to be talking about. They did make another Hellraiser but
Yes.
it isn't with the guy that plays Pinhead. It's with the new Pinhead. So the stuff that you got is different. But
I figure
again, I'm not seeing anything about it. Now the last Hellraiser was terrible. I mean, they tried to do Strangers, all these different movies that at the time were popular, and they tried to do a mixed match of it. The plot made no sense. It was everywhere, and it was garbage. And I think that was in 2011, maybe. So, again, having someone play like someone else playing Pinhead, I'm not crazy about.
Yeah, to me, when I see Pinhead, I picture the original actor because I didn't see it in the cinemas. I think either 2 or 3 I saw in the cinemas. I forget which one.
I think I saw 3 in the cinema. I think I saw 3.
Because I know I found the first Hellraiser,
and that was a big budget
HBO.
one compared to the other ones. That was a big budget. Okay, so now they actually got the original Pinhead, or I guess a convention that they got them all in makeup, and then they had a different, and then somebody else had a concept of a bride of Pinhead, which is really
that's what I see in the pictures right
ridiculous.
here.
With him
Pretty much sexually kissing her. Let's put it that way.
And again, that's not something that would be canon anyway. That's something that this guy would think, but of course, Clive Barker wouldn't have someone that looks exactly like Pinhead to be his bride. It would be different completely. So again, I know that they're trying to, what it is, they're trying to spur up trending, trying to get people interested in another Hellraiser despite the one that they made, and it's getting a little traction here or there. So,
well, in the novelization, pardon me, I had to go shut off my radio. In the novelization of Hellraiser, Pinhead was a woman.
Okay.
And when they brought it to the cinemas, I think there was like some things. I don't know if they didn't want to overly sexualize it or what. I forget the whole story off the top of my head, but they changed it to a guy, and it worked out perfectly in my mind.
Okay. So now you got stuff on. What is it? He was in a convention. They got him in makeup again.
Yeah. Let's see. Exclusive images. Doug Bradley back in full Pinhead costume. Oh, and folks, this is awesome. This is quite awesome. See, as we told you guys. Okay, of course, this is what it's saying in the article. As we told you yesterday, Doug Bradley, along with Tom, I guess, Savini and his team of makeup experts.
I met Tom Savini.
Yeah. Expert artists will be bringing the real Pinhead back to life in the Pinhead experience, an event that will take fans straight into hell. Sorry, had to do that one. Honestly, straight into hell. For the first time since 2005's Hellraiser Hell World, Bradley will be wearing the full Pinhead makeup and costume for a special meet and greet session that promises to be one of the all-time coolest horror fan events.
That's pretty cool. I mean, they did that with Robert Englund, so.
Yeah, they're saying here, and then they talk about that lower down. Tickets for the experience are selling incredibly fast. Saturday is already sold out.
Yeah, you can see him. See him? That's
cool.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. So
that looks like one of those looks like a statuette. I thought that's what they did. I thought they had a statuette at first, and took me
now
you
have a thing about the other thing, the bride of Pinhead, right? They actually got a model, right?
Wow. Huh?
They actually got like a model, right, for that?
Yes, and boy, it's true. Let's just put it this way: the way
what was that event, though? That was just taking pictures. What was that about?
I have no clue. I haven't had real.
It was a photo shoot, right? I think it was a photo shoot.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're
The
gonna just show.
award-winning horror photo studio, Horrify Me, well known for creating scary, controversial, and often sexy horror shots, recently completed work on their latest concept, The Bride of Pinhead. Artist Rick Jones, this is Rick Jones, not Rick James. Just want to make that certain. Rick Jones loves The Bride of Frankenstein. Frankenstein, and thought it might be an interesting challenge to create a bride for Hellraiser's Pinhead, explains the press release. Okay. Model Lottie Rose, I guess that's how you pronounce her name, Lottie, Lottie or Lottie Rose, who posed as the bride and rampant Hellraiser fan.
We're gonna show it quick.
Yeah, please do, because this, folks, is quite.
Yeah, you see that? Okay.
Eugene Simmons form with the tongue there.
All right, so
that's pretty much it. Wow.
That was a little graphic.
I still remember a buddy of mine from North Carolina said a friend of hers, I can't remember if it was in the second or third movie, but she said one of her friends had a cameo as one of the dead bodies in Hellraiser. And
wow.
you said, yeah, and you just said, she said, yeah, just look for the little necklace that belonged to her, but her friend was the one that played the dead body in one of those movies.
Now we got the Friday the 13th game coming out pretty soon.
Oh, damn!
Which I'm really wish they would have made another Friday the 13th before it goes back to Warner Brothers. It used to be owned by Paramount, then Paramount sold it to New Line, which Warner Brothers owns New Line. And of course, that's why they were able to do Jason vs. Freddy and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then because of a weird twisted deal with Christopher Nolan to get Interstellar made, he wanted Paramount to have Friday the 13th and South Park back for a couple of years so they could have a chance to make movies with them, to which they didn't do anything. And they kept talking us to death about, what's Jason's motivation? How is he coming back to life? Wouldn't you want to know? Let's figure it out. And it's like, well, year 2, year 3, year 4, now they're about to shoot, okay? And then they're like, nah, it got pulled. It got pulled. It was, they basically, they even had a lawsuit.
They hung themselves. They cut their own throats.
Right, they even had a lawsuit where the guy was trying to say he's the owner of the Jason and the whole thing. That basically was going to be lost anyway to that guy. But the thing was that they waited too long, and then when Rings failed in the box office, they got scared and they pulled the plug.
Yeah.
So now Warner Brothers is going to get it back. New Line
to modern age. Yeah. They should have kept it just strictly to videotape.
The guy waited way too long, and this is not like Shakespeare, like I said. It's not rocket science. They used to put it out every year. It's going to be a very little budget. You're going to make it way back. I mean, if you do it right, look at The Conjuring. Look at how much it costs a couple million to make, and they make hundreds of millions of dollars. They can never get it right where they can make the ultimate box office for Friday the 13th. Can you imagine a Friday the 13th movie doing like 50 to 100? Maybe more, maybe 100 million or more. I mean, they got to get it right. And I think that hopefully now Warner Brothers is going to take it again and do something with it good. I hope. Maybe the video game will, boost morale for it or whatever.
Yeah, it's just like what they're doing to Chucky movies, where if people start realizing, these Chucky movies are doing good on video. Let's just give them one movie, and if it does well, we'll start giving them more and more shots at the big screen.
Mm.
But yeah, the video game thing.
Well, I am glad that the Friday the 13th TV series didn't pan out, the new one, because they were going to do like a CW type Friday the 13th where they weren't going to really show gore, and they were like, teenagers, and it was going to be related to the 1 through 8. because it was Paramount, but then they scrapped that, thank God, because nobody wanted that. Then they're going to scrap the found footage one, which that wouldn't have worked either.
Oh, God, I'm so sick of found footage.
But
garbage.
still, they waited too long to figure out what the hell they were going to do. And again, it's really embarrassing that they spent years. And again, if they're going to spend years on a Friday the 13th movie, then how long is it going to take them to do an actual movie? Like, seriously, this was very easy. I mean,
look what they did with Duke Nukem due to waiting so long to bring that video game out.
It was very easy to do.
Somebody was it the first 20 minutes or 15 minutes? I forget which. They tried to play the first few minutes. You didn't do anything but drive around and look at scenery than really battling. And
you know what it is? That the horror genre, horror is in now. I mean, might as well take advantage of it. I mean, yes, The Ring's bombed, but was The Ring's really a good movie to begin with? You saw it.
Yeah, I saw.
It wasn't that great,
right? The first one, and I saw.
No, I'm talking the new one. I'm talking the new one you just saw. You see the new one?
Yeah. This new one. Oh,
right?
God! That's of all movies that should have went straight to video. That was one of them.
So there you go. It's not has to do with the horror thing. It's to do with
it was just a means to try to go. Oh, look, we're gonna pass the reins from video to the internet. That's all it was.
Failed miserably. So there you go. I mean, they tried to do too much in the film. Now, Friday the 13th, again, it's simple. He has the hockey mask on, the machete. Don't go crazy with why he keeps coming back to life. Nobody wants to know that. Just go out there and do different things with different people, different weather patterns. The Crystal Lake prepares for him. They have people trained. Everybody has weapons in the houses. They're all trained in martial arts. They're all trained. Make it a weird thing like Crystal Lake. Do it in the wintertime.
Yeah,
do it like with snowmobiles. Have Jason. I mean, that would be fantastic.
Yeah. Why do they?
Friday the 13th with cell phones and snowmobiles and damn traps. I mean, it would be crazy. They could really.
Because it would be kind of neat to see him try to trudge through all this snow.
Right.
Try to get to the people, and then
I would just, what I would do? I would even. They could have just
in order to kill somebody.
They could have explained even 8 that the lady was injected with drugs. She thought he transformed into a kid. He got out of there. He went back to Crystal Lake, and the whole town, like Freddy Krueger almost, they tried him again to this thing under the water and put him back where he was. And then for decades he finally gets out. That's the thing. And they could just start off there, direct sequel to 8, gets out of there because the stupid teenagers that want to free Jason. So they know he's down there. They free him, and then he gets out, and then he just goes crazy. There you go.
Better yet. Somehow he does get free, and because he's so waterlogged, it takes him a while for him to actually recover all of himself.
No, because you know what it is? He heals. Regardless, he heals. I mean, he did lose body parts and with Freddy, and he heals. So I mean, it's you can't keep if he kept walking around after he got burned, exploded, whatever, he'd be jello. So of course his body's growing back, into being. It's not growing back where it's like he looks like a suit, But he scars everywhere. But it is like he has like a weird healing factor, I guess, Jason Voorhees. So for whatever reason, But again, that would be great if they could just, not rocket science, just pop it out there.
All you got to do is write a script saying, "Here's your
make it action packed."
Yeah.
Make the stupid teenagers free him. He kills so many people. The cops get involved like 6, because I like that when in 6, when the cops were directly going after him with the teenagers, like a joint effort. So do that. Get the cops involved. Don't do like what you did in 8, where you had the FBI and they blew his head off. I didn't like that. But just have cops get involved, the people get involved, and then it's just something happens. Maybe there's a thing and. Or a cave in, or you think he's trapped in a cave, and you end it like on a cliffhanger, and then of course
there you go. All you see,
they explode a mine or something, and he gets trapped in the mine, and he can't get out, and then they're like, "What? Is he dead? We don't know." And then or whatever, or he's trapped in a cave or something. He's buried under this old stuff.
better yet, all you find of him is either his probably
Machete.
it looks like his hands sticking out, but yet you find out later it's actually some sort of special, some sort of mannequin or a dummy that they had down there for.
Yeah, you can just show that they got his machete, and then the
Or
next
better
one he
yet, that's
gets
all you
out.
find, just half his broken machete sticking out of the rubble.
Broken machete, right? You can do that. Then they think, oh, he's dead, but it's not. It's just the machete's
There you
broken.
go.
Yeah.
And then a year, 2 years down the line, boom, the killings start again, and
Right.
they first assume that it's copycats. That's the one
I
thing
don't
that
know.
you do.
I don't like that. I hated 5 when they did that.
Oh, okay.
I can't, because to me, I'm a huge Jason fan.
Yeah.
That's my favorite horror icon. And to have a copycat, I can't watch 5 because you don't need to. It doesn't exist. So you can go from 4 to 6 because I don't like when they do that. I don't, I mean, yes, 1 was about his mother, had to lead it in, right? But 5 has no Jason in it, so it doesn't exist to me. So I never will watch it again. Like, I mean, yes, I can't enjoy it because it's not him, 6 I can watch, 7 I can watch. I can watch every Friday the 13th movie, but I can't watch 5 because it's just a waste.
What if they have like people dressing up as Jason every Halloween before? Oh, not copycat. They're not doing.
Ooh, something like they're doing like a cosplay type of thing.
Yeah,
you're talking about Halloween, but would you really in Crystal Lake do Halloween when all your kids are murdered by this guy every year? Like, you wouldn't even do Halloween there.
If you get 1 year off, maybe. If you get 1 year off, then maybe nothing's gonna happen now, and then.
But this is not like the suburbs. I mean, everybody's house is like blocks and blocks away. It's not like they go to house. I mean, it's a different area. It's the woods. So how could you trick or treat in the woods? I mean, go to each house, it'd be like 20 minutes. You could do 2 houses over. It's not like we could go house. This is a different area. They can't do Halloween there. So you have to do different things. Like there are parties there with apples and things, and that's what they would do. They would do a party, but trick or treating wouldn't work there. So I don't know. Anyway, what else do we have, Scott? Anything good?
Let's see what we got here. Let's see. Sci-fi adapting George R.R. Martin's supernatural space tale, Night Flyers. Ooh.
Oh, wait, hold on. We got a message here. Daniel says, did you ever see a movie called When a Stranger Calls?
Yes, I saw the original.
That, I think, when was the reboot? The reboot, was that the one where, I'm trying to remember now. Wait, didn't I see that one? Refresh my memory.
That's what I've got to have my
memory
refreshed.
I think I saw that. That's the one where the person keeps calling them and harassing and then they kills them and stuff.
Stranger.
There was another one where when the person called it, like you heard a voice and then they knew they were going to die. And
the remake was in 2006. The original was in 79.
Read about it. The synopsis for.
Okay.
I think I saw that a while ago.
Reboot one or the original?
Reboot.
Okay, the reboot. Okay. Come here, pop on up.
You know what we're going to do? Because Daniel wants to talk about it, we're going to get him in here.
Yay.
Something funky here.
So Daniel's going to come in.
Something funky here. Okay. A stranger calls. Yeah, I went to click on it and sent me to a site which showed. There we go.
You want to go to different sites. No screenshots.
Okay, there we go. Okay, this one was directed by Simon West and stars Camilla Bell, Tommy Flanganger, and Katie Cassidy. Where's the synopsis? Yo, synopsis.
I think I saw it. I just haven't seen it in a while, so I want to remember.
Okay, here we go.
Have you guys watched the movie The Invitation?
What?
It's called The Invitation. It's on Netflix. It's really good.
Not yet.
I don't think so. But let's just stick with this for now.
A psychopathic killer terrorizes a babysitter, then returns 7 years later to menace her again. That's pretty much the synopsis.
I don't know
of
if
that
I saw that. I don't know if I saw that one.
Okay, and the original from '79. Hey.
Which I will watch it now because you know what? Maybe we'll do that. We'll watch it. There he is.
Hey, Daniel.
Hey, Daniel.
Hi guys.
Hey,
What's up?
Daniel.
Yep.
So I'm not sure if I saw that, bro. I'm gonna have to go back and watch it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a really good movie. I saw it.
When a stranger
really,
calls,
really
here's the
strange.
70. Well, what the hell? Why do they keep showing me this? One section.
What horror movies do you watch, Daniel? I know you don't watch Walking Dead and stuff, but
I watch Friday the 13th. I watch
okay.
yeah, and I watched Halloween H2O. I watched Halloween Resurrection. I watched Halloween 2 and a little bit of the first one.
Did you watch Rob Zombie's one, or did you watch the original?
The original. That was the best one.
Okay. Did you watch 4 and 5, or
Yeah, I watched 4 and 5.
did you watch the 6th one?
The 6th one's too scary.
The 6th one's too scary?
Well, it does involve like weird stuff.
No, I'm not talking about Rob Zombie's one. I'm talking about the
Yeah, The Curse of Michael Myers.
Okay, all right.
The original When a Stranger Calls, the 1979 version on Rotten Tomatoes, got a 33%, where the audience score was 49. Let's see if they show what the. I don't see the Rotten Tomato one for the remake. Okay, I'm gonna do this.
Oh, well, that's going to be the homework assignment then.
Yeah, we should all watch the remake and then
When
just
a
talk about it.
stranger calls. All right, that's the home assignment.
That was a really creepy movie.
Again, I want to refresh my memory, so I don't know if I saw it. All right, so that's what we're going to do on 85 Horrorcast, maybe in a week or less.
Yep, and I'll find it on my special site.
Patrick, you don't have to watch it if you don't watch those things. That's okay.
Yeah, that's right.
That's all right. Because I sent, you know what it is, before I invited you, I sent you, I think I said Horrorcast. So I don't know if you watched horror movies, so I figured if you don't watch horror movies, you wouldn't come in. You know.
It's fine. I don't mind being in them, even if I don't watch them.
Okay.
But I watch some, but very
Right.
few. That's not. I find with horror, I don't like gore, so that's why I
Right.
kind of like kept
Then the '70s version, then you should say. Then the '70s version movies are best because they got more
Suspense.
scare to them, but they don't do gore. It's
Right.
more suggestive. That's why Cujo was so good.
Anybody have any other questions in our chat there we have?
Fire away, folks.
Nope, it was just Daniel. All right. What else did we have in news? I think we had
See.
there was some on Tremors, right?
Yeah, I just had it and I lowered it. Okay, Kevin Bacon confirms Tremors television series still in development. So we've got another Bacon factor right there.
I know Chris will probably want to
Exactly.
talk about that.
1 year ago today, Kevin Bacon took to Twitter to do an AMA where he confirmed that a Tremors television series was in development. Today, he participated in a Reddit AMA. Pardon me. Something went down my throat. AMA to promote his new Amazon show, I Love Dick, where he firmed up that it's still an active project.
Okay.
Asked by a fan, he pretty much by a fan, he would you like to see and or star in Tremors remake? He replied, we are working on that. So I thought they had it must have been a movie I saw. It must have been one of the made-for-TV movies because I could have sworn they had a Tremors series. But I did see the first one, which I liked.
Right. Okay.
Which had old Reba McEntire on it.
What else? Anything else? Oh, there's a. Okay, I want to talk about something. there is a horror movie, a new zombie movie. And everybody's gonna be like, oh, another zombie movie. This is different. Okay, I sent the trailer to Scott, and I gotta tell you, I looked at the trailer, and I'm gonna put the trailer in the link below. Okay, it mostly has to do with the desert, with zombies. Like for whatever reason, the situation and the girl and the guy or whatever, and it's like a desert scenario and different things with zombies. It's different. So I'm gonna look forward to seeing it. I don't know if it's gonna be good or not. We're gonna have to find out. Hopefully, it looks good, you know. But we'll find out and we'll see, and we'll get back to you. And also, I'm hoping to see Matt Smith's horror movie whenever that gets released.
I thought anything he does was a horror movie.
Waiting years for that. Not happening. That movie, you gotta find out.
Is he playing the Valeyard?
Yeah. All right. What else? Anything else? Or we're out of here, Scott.
It's up to you. We got a small thing about.
We are gonna. Okay. We are gonna. I'm gonna go, but know that we got another Saw coming out. We're gonna have information on that as it becomes available. And there's going to be a sequel to Strangers, The Strangers, and other sequels.
Stranger Things 2.
Stranger Things 2. Now, here's another thing about that.
Yeah, it comes out in October.
They had changed their mind, and they had to leave stuff out of season 2 because it was too much. So about 10 things they're going to push into season 3.
Oh, sweet.
Because there's just way too much to put in one season. So that I'm going to look forward to.
Halloween, folks.
Yep. And we're going to be covering the Puppet Master, the Littlest Reich, as we get more information with it, because I'm a huge Puppet Master fan. I'm also still waiting to hear on when the last one's going to be released, so I can purchase that. And then we'll have more information about that. What else with it? Oh, when we get information about the Fly reboot, we're going to be talking about that as well. That I am also a big fan of the original Vincent Price ones and the even the Jeff Goldblum one. Yeah. So, all right, guys, that's it. Take care. Bye for now.